Hi, I'm Steph Erdley, freelance dressage trainer and rider, and today I'm going to tell you about my top tips for dressage turnout for looking super smart. Let's start with myself. By nature I'm quite a messy person, so what I always try to do at the show is have my horse tacked up apart from his bridle and then go and get changed myself, because I can guarantee I'll get muck or horse slobber all over me before I've even started. I like to have my coat probably dry cleaned or if you're very careful, on a wool wash, cleaned at home on a regular basis, especially if you're out competing a lot. You'd be surprised how you don't notice how those horses rub on your sleeve and you get a lot of dirt. Also, nice clean stock. I always have a special show hat as well, which I don't use at home, so it's extra smart for shows. Nice to hairnet, and I always put my hair in a nice tidy bun with a super smart cream coloured scrunchie to match my breeches. My breeches, I do tend to use a fair amount of whitening products on them because as I said, I do tend to get quite dirty and mucky, and like I said, try and put them on at the last minute so they stay super clean. I always clean my boots the night before, make sure they're super shiny, and also give my spurs a quick rub so they're also nice and clean. So for the horse, I like to bath my horses the day before. I also bath their manes and tails. If you're a little bit unsure about plaiting a freshly washed mane, what you could do is probably wash it a couple of days before. So it's clean enough for the show, but it's just a little bit greasier for you to grip and plait. You can also get some really good spraying products to use on the mane. Makes the mane look really shiny and also helps you keep your plaits very neat and tidy. I can band also my plaits. I normally tend to band them, but for special occasions I might sew them. So the horse is all nicely plaited, and because he's had a good bath, his coat should be nice and shiny. I always pay particular attention when I bath him that I scrub the sides where my legs are going to go, to try and stop my boots from getting greasy while I'm riding, and also on the top of their bum where a lot of dust tends to collect. In his tail he'll have a good amount of spray to make it tangle free, but be really careful that you don't accidentally spray only on the mane or the neck, because if you spray it on the mane you won't be able to plait it, and if you spray it on the neck it's then going to go on your reins and make them quite slippy to hold. So it only goes on the tail on my horses, and maybe a little bit on the hock, because if they lie down in the stable in the day or on the night before, it just keeps a little bit of the dirt off them. So if your horse got white socks, my favourite thing is to wash them and leave the soap on and wash that off last, so they have the most amount of cleaning time. And then while they're wet, I get a chalk and I put the chalk on while the hair is wet, and then I would normally bandage the horse overnight to keep the stable stains away, and then when you take the bandages off in the morning, they're really super shiny. Give them a quick flick with the brush and they look good as new, really. So you can use hoof oil as well to make their feet extra super shiny. I just normally use a normal hoof oil unless it's a special show, and then I've got some really super like hoof varnish which stays on pretty well. I normally give a couple of coats of that, but it's quite expensive, so I don't normally use it on an everyday basis. On the horse, on his face, if it's not really sunny, I put a little bit of baby oil on his nose and his eyes. You have to be careful, because if it is very sunny and your horse is outside all day and has maybe pink skin, it could actually burn his nose under the intensive sunlight. So also, my tack will be super smartly cleaned. Bit of elbow grease the night before. It's all worthwhile on the show day. And also, I'll have made time in the week. Doesn't have to be the day before the show, but fairly near to the show. I'll have trimmed the edges of the horse, around his ears, down the back of his heels, and trimmed his tail. Personally, I don't like to trim their whiskers, because I think they like that for a bit of extra sensory feel, but you can trim their whiskers as well.